Yeah, that's one of the fascinating aspects of Return of the King is that the 68 comeback special essentially means Elvis is an underdog. Like after all the
Yep.
hits and TV performances on Ed Sullivan, you mentioned, like, and Hollywood movies, and I know some of them bombed, but he's still making Hollywood movies. To do the 68 special, he's basically an underdog. It's strange to have that level of success and still be an underdog.
Well, by the time he did that special, though, that everything had dried up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the studios didn't want to offer him multi-picture deals anymore. The record sales, which had previously had skyrocketed uh, as promotions for his films, the soundtracks did great and the films did great. Blue Hawaii was a hit movie. It was one of the top 10 movies of 1962, 61 or 62. I forget now when it came out. But Blue Hawaii, the soundtrack, stayed at number one for 20 weeks. That was a number one album in the country for 20 weeks in a row. A
Which is
movie
impressive.
soundtrack.
Yeah.
One artist. It wasn't a compilation soundtrack. It was one artist
Mm-hmm.
singing mostly songs about Hawaii with Hawaiian cultural spin to it. So yeah, he was dominant and he was the highest paid movie star in America by the time the mid 60s hit, as Wright Thompson pointed out, more than Gregory Peck and more than, some of the other Steve McQueen and some of the other icons of cinema. But by the time 67, 68 rolled around, he really was pretty much at the end of his rope. So the way that I pitched this to Priscilla and the way that I pitched it to Netflix is that this is a sports documentary. This is about a guy who is down by 5 points with 1 second on the clock at the 50-yard line, and he has one Hail Mary to throw up, which was this concert. And if he fell on his face, that's the end of it for him as a performer. And if he connects on that touchdown pass, then he's allowed to continue as a performer. Not only does he connect, he gives what many think is the most indelible performance in the history of rock and roll on that night. So this to me is about an underdog overcoming odds and doing something extraordinary, which is what every sports movie is about.
This has been a notable audio moment hand-picked from My Summer Lair, a podcast hosted by Sammy Younan. Visit mysummerlair.com for all the delightful